Howdy everybody, welcome one and all. How are we doing today? Space Valk forever. Well, I mean, Space Valk's kind of irrelevant, I'm not gonna lie. We've done our commemoration of the 10-year anniversary and all that. I don't think I'll really worry about the well, I don't know, maybe I'll have to worry about the 10-year anniversary of Space Valk 3, but that's still a few years off. Hey everybody, how are you all doing today? Hello SM Gengar. What happened? Not much. I was on a trip after the base was griefed. Oh yeah, you missed a few things. And I'm still burning down this forest because I haven't played in 2 days. I've been focusing on other important things. So how have you all been tonight, today, this week? I don't know, whatever. Hey Don Dubious, hello user, hey Journey, hey Exodus and Cody Ledger and Ani. You think you'll live? Okay, I hope you're not going to get bowled over by a tornado. I know how frightening that is. There are a lot of storms that blow through your area as well as mine, so. Ow. I know how that works. I know how that feels. I almost got the forest the other night, but, you know. Okay, so, what is on the agenda for today? Well, I was gonna, so I gotta, like, zoom on up over to here for a sec. So, up here, at the old base that was griefed, up here I had this sort of antechamber room, and it was really cool, and I liked it. It was just kind of like free-handed, and I built it all on stream, I don't know, like a month or so ago, and I didn't save it, so it got destroyed, and it's not in any world downloads, and I've had time to think it over. I'm just going to rebuild this room from memory. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be the room as it was, so if you go onto an older stream and you look at it, you know, it's going to be kind of similar, but not quite the same. It isn't going to be a one-to-one. Like everything else here is a one-to-one because I had a schematic. I did say I was going to freehand, or freeball as I love to call it, the internals. And I'm going to stick to that. I don't really have any reason to, like, printer everything inside. I mean, I could. You know, I could absolutely go into creative mode right now and just whip up some stuff inside, but, like, I think I might do that with some areas, but for the most part, like for the smaller halls and rooms and stuff, I might just freehand it just to see. Because I feel like when I freehand something, I can put so much more. Oh, holy shit, I heard that through my headphones. Ooh. Well, if stream dies suddenly, you know why. My power went out. We've had some rain suddenly blow through here in the last 2 or 3 hours. So I don't know if that's going to cause any trouble. I was hoping it wouldn't, but you never know. Anyway, so yeah, when I freehand a build, I feel as though I can put so much more effort and detail into every little nook and cranny that I couldn't really, you know, with a larger world-edited box. You know what I mean? It's not that I can't take stuff and add on to it. And I do like to go back and change things. Even after I've kind of set them in stone, I do occasionally revise things. So, I don't know. Future has been down for 2 days. I've been hearing about the DDoSing. There's apparently, so those of you who don't know, Future's servers for their authentication. Because if you buy Future, you get to, you know, get your username authenticated every time you fire up Minecraft, and it takes an extra 5 minutes every time, but it's a necessary evil. Those servers have apparently been DDoSed for the last few days, so I don't know what the deal is. They say they fixed it and kind of made it a little more DDoS proof. I don't know what that looks like or what trouble that has been. I don't envy the Future devs. That is not fun. The Forest is a great game. I have never played that. I've seen it. I know it's a survival horror with, like, some sort of a story and a co-op crafting mode. So it's like live and then figure out a way to like get one of the mini endings. And there was a sequel, Sons of the Forest or some shit. I don't know. And they were like weird mutant creatures that'll eat your face off or whatever. Hey, J Money. You missed it the other night. We got to see your base on User Worlds last Tuesday. I'm so sorry you didn't get to see it. It was the one where it was Weena's town or something. And there was like a goodbye or a farewell sign that was like, oh yeah, the server's shutting down. It's been nice. Something like that. Actual storm ran here about 3... Yeah, that may be the same storm. Or part of it. Who knows? There goes stream. What? What? Don't you fuck around, Exodus. Isn't this the old base? Oh no! Isn't this the old base that was on 2B2T and that was subsequently griefed? I mean, do you think it was griefed? Because from the looks of the thing I'm seeing now, it was built. In fact, I would say that the outside is completely intact. I don't know. Maybe we weren't griefed. Maybe it's all been one giant psyop and you fell for it. Hey, yes, man. Yo, welcome. You've been working on your other crazy, one of your weird experiments in creative mode again? Or is or are you doing that survival world still? People don't really keep up to date? No, that's fine. It's not like... I expect people not really to keep up to date because everybody has their own lives to worry about, you know? House restored it? What a nice guy. Exactly, Liquid Rain. Housemaster restored it. The people credited in the... wait, did I... Yes, I did. Okay. Whew. Just make sure that's still there. Anyway, yeah, the people credited in the description... that's merely part of the psyop. Showing natural terrain on stream, a bad idea. If it's new and you don't have the terrain rotations on, then it's fine. I have a mod that randomizes things in a weird way. So texture rotations are not always simple. It depends. I turn it off a lot of the time, but I can like randomize the rotations in a much more untraceable way. It's actually quite fun. Your terrain is new and it's all jungle. Okay, cool. You can't see the ground. I don't think seeing the ground is the issue, but sure. Oh fuck, I almost broke my flint and steel. Whew. This is my my precious burn, baby burn. I don't want to lose that. I've had that since before COVID. This and like a handful of other tools and armor, I've managed to keep them around for a shockingly long amount of time. Playing Zelda and occasionally mess around in creative mode, you get back to them eventually. Okay. Fair, fair, fair. No rush. Don't rush. You're not the camping rusher. Jack and another group were able to relocate and quickly rebuild. Damn it, Ani. Don't go and ruin the fun. You go and tell them the truth. Ugh. They're supposed to figure it out or believe that it was all a psyop. How am I gonna scam kids on 2B2T at this rate? Ugh. And you call yourself a mod. What are you moderating? My fun? No, but in all seriousness, we rebuilt the base. Like, the people in the description are the ones who helped. And in all honesty, they did the lion's share of the work. Thought about doing a shit ton of genealogy, so it's been your day. Okay. Yep, no fun allowed. Fuck. Well, then in that case, I guess I should own up to what I've been doing all day. I've been rewriting and attempting to flesh out the script for There's a Rocket in My Pocket. I've actually kind of been cooking with that. I'm not gonna lie. It's been pretty good. There's a Rocket in My Pocket is a shockingly short Dr. Seuss book. And so I've taken to sort of beefing it up a bit. Oh god. Oh, that was a bright flash. Oh, that's scary. I'm probably going to lose everything. Well, no, I'm probably going to lose power and the PC will die, and that won't be good. Anyway, so yeah, Rocket in my pocket is very weird. I'm not really sure what the overall message was meant to be. I think it's sort of like a child's, like the narrator of the book. I think it's like his paranoia or whatever, or his like imagination getting the better of him, because you know how kids are with their imaginations. And so I turned that to the paranoia of being found, you know, having your base found, and how base hunters are omnipresent and shit like that. And so I'm still kind of beefing it up, but I think it's going good. It's going to be fun to narrate. Now I just need to figure out what text or what stuff to put on it. Town of Santa. Okay, cool. There we go. Come on. Light him on fire. Fuck, I can't reach that log. Oh well. And then I don't know who put the obsidian everywhere, but that's annoying. I gotta fix that. Hello, Eminem. I, Tristan, and Jack are actual best buddies and gave access to the world edit and exported the new base. I mean, it certainly feels like we used world edit, but no, it was all from a collection of printer mods that everybody has kind of made their own. There are some really absurd exploits still legal on 2B2T. I was under the impression as recently as when I was on Dr. Donut's stream that all the fun stuff was just patched, and it's just patched forever. No, actually, that was very, very wrong. All the fun stuff is in fact not patched. It's just all about who you know and who you talk to. And also your own ingenuity, apparently. Ow. Which is fine, that's probably how it should be. That's how it kind of was in the early days of 2B, where you were very unlikely to find a public client of any kind. So being able to get a hold of any sort of hack or exploit was really, really rare. And so like having a really strong anti-cheat that just fucks everything, like it's kind of funny how little it actually touches. And at the same time, it's weird how like it feels nostalgic. Everybody has a pet hack of some kind. And it's not just the devs, it's everybody. It's like everybody's got their own secret recipe for how to make chili or some shit. I don't know. Shh, all the fun is patched. Exactly, Decrom. I mean, yeah, you're right. Yeah. All the fun things are patched and it shall stay that way forever. Is that doing it? Is that... Ah, there we go. I kind of winked. There we go. It winked. Yeah, the fucking model doesn't want to wink sometimes. It's a little tricky. But yes, all the fun things are gone. Sorry. Decrom does not have a dupe. Shut up. No, seriously, shut up. Decrom, I don't know. I don't know what Decrom has. Shut up. That's for you to know, and for you to it's for him to know, and nobody to find out. Probably, I don't know. That is for a series of people to know, and a series of other people to find out. You may or may not be one of them. Don't make me call the men in black. They'll show up at your door and they'll flash that neuralizer in your eyes, and you'll remember that time you baked a pie with grandma. And it'll overwrite the last 20 years of your life. Wonder why 2B is patched against basic fly hacks? Yeah, actually, at this point, Eminem, you're not wrong. Why is 2B patched against basic fly hacks at this point? Like, is that not kind of silly? We have E-bounce. We have literal mid-air flight, which was fucking hilarious to see when I saw it last, because it's really janky. I'm not going to say too much on that, just that it's janky. And like Yeah, I don't know. Like, at this point, let people fly with, like, a speed cap. Because it's not going to make a fucking difference. I don't even think that would change PvP. Nostalgia is the weird and best feeling. Yeah. I agree. Don't make me email house. Oh, please, massa. Please, please, massa. Don't make email house. The clueless or the clussy exploit is definitely real. The clussy exploit. I can't say I expected to hear it called that. Yeah, DM4 Master. It was a it was a psyop. They didn't grief it. They griefed a single player version of it. Yeah, there was no base, no grief, none of that. None of this is real. Even the stream isn't real. It's all just an illusion. Thank you, MicroJang, for making a broken game. I think you're thanking the wrong person. I'm pretty sure that's not you should be thanking. Whoa, what the hell? You just leave all these fucking empty shulkers here. Oh, and that had stuff in it. Oh. Wait, what the fuck? That's where that flint and steel went. I forgot I'd set that in a box. A nondescript box. Fucking forgot. That poor flint and steel could have despawned. Oh, the humanity. And there's some water buckets here. And that's where my Pyro's bite went. Some people. Is this my slide? Okay. As soon as you raised your voice, I got an ad. Good. Good. Get that ad. Get that money. Watch those. Watch your Google approved indoctrination material, slave. That's right. You're a good boy for not running an ad block. Here's your Google approved indoctrination material. You're part of the CIA? No. No, I think you're part of the class of people who watches ads. GBGD needs back? What back? Like the teleport stuff? Like a teleport plugin? I don't think that's... No, I'm a hard disagree. No, I don't believe that. Can't watch YouTube these days without an ad block. And if they have their way, you can't watch YouTube with an ad block, so... yeah. Maybe, maybe, I don't know. Begun again, the YouTube ad wars have. Oh. I didn't expect that to have someone's stuff in it. Begun, the ad wars have. Yes. Pies, what are you saying? Why would you want a TP plugin, a back plugin? That would be so exploitable. And also silly because, like, we have ender pearls. Why on earth would we need to, you know... It's sarcasm? Oh, I didn't realize. Once again, there's that lack of tone. Oh well. Fuck it, 2B2T needs a set home and a TPA and a fucking trade and an auction. I would be genuinely shocked if any of those things actually, like, ever happened. I mean, they're not vanilla, so they would never happen. Old House was just too obsessed with being vanilla. Oh. Sorry about that. So I can't see any of that ever having come to pass. But, like, can you imagine 2B2T starting out as a completely different server? Okay. Let me go and get some blackstone. There's a gigantic hole in the wall I saw that I need to get repaired. Love Jack's arson? Thank you. I love committing arson, too. Arson, murder, and jaywalking. My 3 favorite crimes. It did? A Death Star would be a good base idea? I guess so. It didn't have any of those things. It didn't go that way. But like there was a running gag for a long time where people would say, and this was just a meme from the community. Looking back on it, it's very short-lived. But it's just funny because I remember this. Back in the day, people would say stuff like, oh yeah, House is going to install Townie. Like, don't worry, 2B2T is coming back after this short restart, and it'll be a Townie server. Because I guess Townie was popular at that time? I don't know. And then there was another segment of time where we would all yell in unison. Oh shit, can't open that. Okay. Whenever the server would restart, that it was going to be a new map. Yeah, it's got to be a new map. Yep, we're getting a new map, guys. And then we never got that new map. But hey, you know, new maps are not all they're cracked up to be. Whee! Okay, so I want to go ahead and start that entryway first before I get too concerned. I'm thinking about how I'm gonna make like a stairwell or some sort of connecting passageway to where I go to get into my room. I'm not sure. Is Townie still a thing? That's actually a really good question. I don't know. I haven't heard or seen of any Townie servers in a very long time. God, it's so majestic. I love how this turned out. Okay. So yeah, I'm not entirely certain what series of snaking pathways I'm going to make you go through to get up here. Because that's a lot of space. Like, that's a really tall, you know, shaft. Well, it'll be a tall shaft. It'll be a long shaft. Haha, giggity. The majestic couch. You didn't see anything in 2013? What does that mean? At this time, I get anti-gun ads, AI scams, more AI scams, political ads, local ads, and more AI scams. Don't you just love the fact that AI has been given to the masses? Oh. Tavix. Wow, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. I mean, well, Tavix did join Stream Chat a while ago, but still. Alrighty, let's actually get to building. I gotta put up all these XP bottles. Alright, so right here. Wow, it takes 2 level 3 rockets just to reach the top. Crazy. Okay, so right here I had 5, 6, 7, 8. A gigantic entranceway. I have to... Oh, that's right. Yeah. I made a sort of curved area this way, around there. I'm also not, going to build anything symmetrically. So the other half of the base over there, because, you know, as you're familiar, as I've drilled it into your heads, the base is symmetrical, left-right, you know, left-right symmetry. So while I'm building this entranceway over there, this entranceway, whenever I get around to it, is not going to look like this one over here. And in fact, it doesn't even really connect over to this one. I mean, at least not directly. Maybe there will be a passageway that takes you down to here. But anyway, no passage or door or hall layout is going to be the same over here as it is over here. I'm going to differentiate both halves. I want them to be unique. And I find that to be a little more interesting if they're not symmetrical. Oh, okay, so that goes over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go 9 instead. Anything about Google VO3? I mean, it's all just another fucking AI to me. It doesn't really have any meaning. This model, this group, that group. There really isn't anything that any one Google AI, this or that, does that, like, blows me out of the water. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not concerned with it because there's nothing I can do about it. And so, yeah, AI is absolutely going to own everything. I have no doubt. Oh, fuck. One block too far. And I've just kind of come to accept, oh, shit, that I'm just gonna probably get left in the lurch. I'll do my best to make sense of it. But, like, AI is gonna grow so quickly and so out of hand, I don't think even an expert is gonna be able to keep up with it for very long. AI porn ad on YouTube? Jesus Christ. I mean, there were already skeezy ads on YouTube to begin with, so that doesn't shock me. But, like, what can you do? Okay, I want to round that back wall out. Instead of it having a flat, you know, whatever. We got a lot of space here to work on. Originally, there was an elevator shaft here. I think I'm going to put that somewhere else. I do still want to do a redstone elevator, but maybe not one as long. Already problem at your school where peers are using literal AI for most basic problems? Oh, shit. Yeah, it is indeed over, isn't it? Learning is over. Imagine when you can have a cell phone quality computer chip in your brain and you can just Google anything in your skull. Like, imagine that, because that's coming. I don't know when, but that's probably coming. And I know there are people who want to do that. I know that sounds very dystopian. I know it's probably logistically very difficult to pull off and blah, 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 but you get the idea. Like, oh, it's going to be one of those things where everybody will sound and look smart, but be helpless without internet. I don't know what we're going to do. Like, seriously. Kind of rounds out the back. Good enough, I guess. I will refuse to put a chip in. I'd rather die. Well. That can be arranged. Also, I don't think it's going to be like cell phones. How cell phones are basically voluntary. But the world is so structured around them, they're not voluntary. Like, I think it's going to be a much harsher push for this this taking over of your life. It's hard to say for sure where it'll all end up, but that wouldn't shock me. Got my hillbilly arsenal, I'll go out fighting. I mean, again, that's not what that does. That's not how that will go. You will just be slowly made irrelevant. The fact that some medical students and future doctors will be cheating using AI is a bit concerning. Yeah. But also, what are you going to do about it? Like, it hurts. And I don't want to think about it, but I get it. I understand why. There is just so much trouble with learning medicine and stuff. Like, getting backup from a computer would actually be really, really powerful. And an AI really is just like, yeah, AI sucks right now for something like that. But it won't take long until it doesn't suck. That's something people aren't ready to, like, accept. There's rapidly coming a point where actually AI will be better than you at literally any subject. And better at you, or better than you at that subject in such a capacity that you can never... Oh, wow, that tapped into... Okay. That you can never humanly catch up. I didn't expect it to all just load in ASAP like that. Oh, no wonder I'm having some ping troubles. Wow. Me and my people have been irrelevant and backwards for hundreds of years. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. You're not wrong. I'm so glad you understand. Maybe you'll be allowed to be left alone. Who knows? The fabled "Leave Me Alone" prize. Maybe you'll finally win it. It's a very nice little temple thing there. I hope they finish. AI being used in the medical field is beneficial so far, but we'll see. I'm not, like, I don't know how it'll all go. No, but I don't claim to have a crystal ball. Nobody should. But that I'm hoping that it will be used more for good than not. Yeah, fuck it, I'll get all that. I'll take some of that. Slabs. I'll take some slabs. I've been meaning to clean all this area up anyway. In fact, I might just do this. Give me that. Give me that. Oh, that's good stuff. I'll take that. Nope. People shouldn't... Wait, what the fuck? Oh, okay. That's WoW's redstone kit. Never mind. I was like, wait a minute. What is my redstone kit doing here? No, it's not. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. I don't have the room. But yeah, if you cheat on tests to become a doctor, you're a piece of shit. Wow. I mean, that's not... Oh, God, that's not good. What the fuck just happened to my mouse? Uh-oh. Oh, God, that was scary. And yeah, I agree. You shouldn't be doing that. But eventually, it'll become mandatory to use this AI. That's the flip side of this coin. One day, you won't have a choice. Oh, also, let me put up that mace. I set aside an inventory slot. I don't need saddles because you're going to be able to craft them soon. There we go. Need building materials, so I may as well get all this. Oh, that's right. The stupid button doesn't work in the inventory. I hate that. Mouse went through cardiac arrest and was reminiscing of a million blocks it was forced to place on 2B2T. I guess? It's more of a... Yeah, no, it's just... I messed with the connector. And I think the spot where the connection interfaces with the USB port is just a little bit on the frayed side. Aha. Okay. Oh, doctors learn much of their knowledge in an internship. I guess, but a lot of their knowledge is also things they've learned from their studies so as to have a wealth of knowledge to draw on during said internship. Because, like, from all the medical shows that I've seen, they are on the spot. Many of their issues are just, hey, you, what do you do when XYZ occurs? And then you gotta spit out the right answer. You know, oh, it's this, this, and this. You know, these are the symptoms. What does that indicate? I don't know if that's how the real world works, because I've only ever seen medical dramas. But I would assume it's based in a reasonable level of, you know, truth, of reality. No, a drama and a thing on a television show is never really going to be the same as actual, you know, the real world. But I can't imagine it's too much different than that. There's got to be an element of thinking on your feet for doctors, you know? And I don't know that, I mean, maybe an AI would enhance that, but maybe it won't. I don't know. Hey, Kit, welcome. How's the weather? It's not too hot? Well, for you it might be, but for me, it's thundering and storming a bit, and I'm dreading my power, internet, whatever going out spontaneously on me. It's done that before. You can never be sure. But I'm doing well otherwise. I'm gathering up materials from this hovel we have cobbled together here. Okay, there's gotta be like one more box that's like basically empty that I can use but still has some stuff in it. Perfect. I don't even really care what goes where at this point. I'll just take anything. Perfect. So yeah, I hope everything is going well for you, Kit. Whoops. Ah, perfect. Feels good to clean things up, you know? No AC? Oh yeah, that's right, because you guys are in such a cool climate. You don't have many houses with AC because they never expect to need it. But you know what they say, better to have and not need than to need and not have, and you appear to be caught in the latter. So I don't know. You're caught between a rock and a place that is not soft. And I don't envy you for being caught in such a place. Okay, any empty spots that I can fill up with garbage? 3 spots by the looks. 2, 3. There we go. That'll do me for now, I think. Can I borrow the rain for a little bit? I mean, I don't think that'll actually help you. If anything, that will make your humidity spike terribly, and then it'll just be hotter later. So no, you should probably let the systems take care of themselves, in all honesty. And I doubt there would be any rain by the time it reaches you from Mississippi, way over in the great old United Kingdom. It's over 65. You can't sleep. Ooh. I have an AC unit in my window. I turn that sucker on every night, and oh my lord, it is so good. I don't know how I slept without one for years and years, but I did. And then I don't have to. Summers were like, they weren't unbearable or anything, just that, well, they weren't fun either. Oh damn, is there any farm for 121.4? I'm sure there are plenty. You can make a resin farm. A lot of people have done that. Resin, you know, your typical tree farm type stuff. In fact, I'm just gonna make a bunch of chests and move all the blackstone over here. Ow. Because it's more convenient to build with. There we go. That should do it for the moment. How am I liking the update? It's honestly not bad. I'm like, there's a little bit of lag trouble, but it's seemingly fine. I would assume that's just kind of the growing pains of the update. I don't know that it's like an exploit or anything. A lot of the lag spikes we were having pre-update seem to more or less be dealt with. So I don't know. I could be wrong. It could be just as bad as it was 2 months ago, 1 month ago, something like that. I'm going to show Jared's new base. I don't know where that is or what that is. If Jared has a new base, good on him, but like I have nothing to do with that. Okay, so I need 3 double chests, so that's 6 regular chests, so 6 times 8 is 16, that's 48. Brain is not mathing quite well. There we go. Well, I was told you were at Jared's base. I'm not. I am at a completely different base. Pretty sure. Hadn't played Minecraft in a while, Dots. Welcome back. I've got one. I'm going to be insane. I want one. Oh. Well, gotta get you one. It'd be funny to stream snipe alone with a one-hit flyby. Just a bunch of birds approaching, dive bomb. Do you mean like the phantoms? Or something else? Okay. Nothing garbage that I'm gonna have to clean up. Because of course. I'll take that. Full box. Yeah, that'll be fine. Throw that on there. I can't believe the amount of blackstone we've gone through already. And yet, oh my god, there's just so much, like, left over. Jesus. I'm just gonna take full boxes at this point. Nope, not a full box. Wish there was a nicer, easier way to just teleport items from one area to another by yourself. Just to, like, relocate them from one storage segment to another. I mean, I guess I could set up some minecart rails or some shit, but I don't know, man. Take care, Kit. Yeah, you have a good night. Thanks for coming out. Can I come to your base for a dupe stash? No. Oh. I'm gonna leave the chat now. Goodbye. But I'm back. I will not go yet. Really? Okay. I didn't type that. I have a farm that gets me 1,000 mace. What the fuck is going on? Well, what's going on is that once again, yep. That was you know who. We shall not give him any attention. But yeah, that was a schizo, being even more schizo than usual. Anyway, how long did it take to make the base? I don't know, maybe a week, if even that. Empty. That can be harvested. It's people's stuff. Ooh. Nope. Don't say his name, Top Hat. Shut up. There we go. See, now he's going to be here all stream. I mean, he's probably planned to do that already, but, you know. Yeah, their messages are gone because of course they are. They don't exist. Why would their messages be here and them exist if they don't exist? I mean, this person must be some sort of collective hallucination everybody's having. Oh well. Where's a mod? What mod? I mean, I'm a mod. I can mod my own stream for a bit. It's fine. Don't say his name. Shush. He doesn't exist. He isn't real. He can't hurt you. Dementia? Yes. Yeah. You might be going senile. I don't know. Don't worry about it. Base is looking sick. Thank you, Irene. Shut up, Roscoe. I am very real. And I can and will hurt you. I will hurt you by uttering your favorite letter. Base looks great. Thank you. Thank you. I designed it myself. Oh my god, these are all boxes. That's a box there. Ah. Jeez. Oh, I know. Ah, shit. I was hoping that would... Okay. His name is Robert Paulson. Fight Club, anyone? I haven't seen Fight Club in so long, dude. I got the reference, but like, wow. That's reaching. Throw that in there. And his name is Robert Paulson. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wrong person. Sorry. I've never watched Fight Club. Oh. Oh, good night, Coperator. Have a good one. It's bed o'clock. Okay. Get to bed, man. Jeez. So many boxes. They're just like 90% air. Nobody needs that. Oh, man. I never mind a good movie quote or old 2B2T meme if it's not Horde. Oh, okay. Was a psyop created by the griefers to psychologically manipulate the minds of new friends into believing into building a megabase so that it incentivized people to grief? I don't believe so. The psyop was that we faked the base being griefed. That's the psyop. The psyop is that you think the base was griefed. But in truth, we prevented it from being griefed by creating a superpositioning kind of situation, like a quantum particle being superimposed into an on-off state. And in this manner, we were able to get the base to be griefed and not griefed simultaneously. And then through this manipulation, we were able to make everybody believe that it was griefed, thereby, like entanglement. It thereby makes people think that it is griefed, so then it's confirmed to not be griefed. That's how that works. Sorry if your brain turned to mush halfway through that explanation. What am I talking about, Silver? I don't know. I'm just saying. Quantum superpositioning is the name of the effect. It's fucking magic. That's all you need to know. Oh, take care, J Money. Have a good night, man. I wish I was you. It's great first time to watch. Oh, okay. Why would you wish you were me? I don't quite follow. So I'm 100 steps ahead. I mean, it's kind of like being 100 steps ahead. And if by ahead you mean, it's really more like being 100 steps to the side. Part of the Insomnia Gang. Okay. What does being in the Insomnia Gang entail? Is that where you stay up all night and then you get to see the Hat Man as he comes to collect your soul? Damn, that's some Inception shit or something. Yeah, I mean, clearly. The one that should not be named in... Okay, yeah, he adopts other people as his host. Right. Body Snatcher. Turn this space into a 2D video game? What do you mean 2D video game? What is a 2D video game of this space supposed to look like? Oh my god. So many trips. If I were Jack for a day, I would jump off a building at the 23rd hour, 59th minute mark, 59th second. Wow. That's very, very, very evil, actually, of you. Why would you do that? Axiom is goated. I've never actually played with Axiom, so I don't know. I've seen some of what it can do, but I don't personally know too well, and I don't really care. Axiom's never been something I'm, like, obsessed with. I wish I was Me Too. No, you don't want to get Me Too'd. That's not very good. Get Me Too'd like Harvey Weinstein, and then... next thing you know, your career in Hollywood is over. It'll be over before it ever even began. Okay. Jeez, there's so much garbage. How do I compound all of this down? Whoa. Okay, I have to start making room. I don't have a choice. Shit, okay, that can all go in here. This can also all go in here. Wow, perfect fit. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. Okay. That helped to slim it down a bit. Oh, that box is a nightmare. I will sort it out later. Now just get the AI to code AI for you? Yeah, an AI coding another AI. I'm sure that won't go bad. This base gives you a good idea for floating island. Okay. Hey, if you are legitimately inspired, I'm happy to see it. What the fuck? No more top hat. I don't think that was him. Yeah, what Poncho Hamster said. Checked his channel. Okay, good. That was the parasite pretending to be top hat in standard parasitic fashion. Top Hat never talks about doing making whatever an AI. So that's how, that was the giveaway. That ain't him. Top Hat is a Billy from the hills. Last thing he would ever talk about, well, is an AI. Oh, I saw that retracted message, Roscoe. I'm coming for you. You better shit your pants, boy. That seems so mean. That's also disgusting, but, you know. I meant in terror, you know. You better shit your pants in terror. Stand ready for my arrival, worm. Take your pant. What the fuck is that name, dude? Currently working on a method to get downloads from videos. It scans the video and automatically puts the blocks into the game. What? Okay, if that actually is a thing, that is really fucking cool. I'm not saying your name, but like, yeah. If you can just yoink people's bases, not because like you're actually going to the location, but that you're just copying it because they put the video on the internet. And when it's on the internet, it's basically public as public can be. So, you know, moral of the story, don't put it on the internet if you don't want it getting seen or copied or whatever. Yeah, I like that. Oh. Thank you, Poncho. You made it with an AI. Yep. I'm sure you did. Okay, so this appears to be some of the last blackstone I gotta worry about. Alright. Typo, lol. Yep. Yeah, you could do it. Like, that absolutely could be done. You just feed it. If you actually could set up an AI to do that, that would be really fucking fun. Like, I could see that being really, really interesting. I don't know what it would do for things that it never sees in the video, though. Because, like, some angles and some areas are not going to be shown from any sort of video. So you're not going to always have all the information you would need to recreate the base. But that is actually a really cool idea. Bam. I'll sort that one out. That's all lapis ore when we thought we needed more lapis. I'll probably use a lot of lapis inside, but we'll see. I have not yet gotten to that point. Okay. Yeah. We have so many empty boxes still. Obviously, that's due to, you know, us using them. Maybe I should take those lapis boxes with me. Wait, speaking of lapis, why is there this giant pile of it here? Okay. I think I got all the spare bits of blackstone that were just lying around here. Wow, you know, for like 12 or so double chests, that, like, it went a lot farther than I was initially expecting it to. Oh, there's some stuff in there. And by that I mean the amount of lapis and other things we started with. It stretched farther than I was expecting it to. I'm quite happy with that. Like, it's nice that sometimes your resources go farther than you expect. And that seems to be the case here, anyway. Do I know an old player named 24? Yes. I didn't get to know her for very long, but 24 and I did some map art trades back in the day. Wow. That's a name I didn't expect to see. That was like early Russia War? Late Russia War, somewhere in there. Long time ago. Okay, I think I got everything of note over here. Next time I come back, it'll be to clean it all up for good. Get all those empty boxes into a bunch of chests. Clear out the crap. Burn any excess garbage that didn't need to be there. Clear off that stupid sandbar, because it doesn't need to be there. Okay, blackstone polished. Perfect. I needed some Polish blackstone slabs anyway. Whoops. Wondered why I wasn't placing blocks. Owie! Stop! Ow! I'm gonna call my mommy on you. Goodbye. Hate it when that guy tried to be you. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Tree. Yeah, the parasite is parasitic and indiscriminate. Fuck. Stop double placing. Tons of old face punch bases not in the archive with video footage could be recreated. Yeah, that's actually a really good point, Set. That would be dope as hell. Wait. I think you're cooking there. My brain is having an aneurysm. An aneurysm of knowledge. Yeah, there are a lot of bases that have been lost to time. But there may actually be video footage of it. Because I know Cheshead filmed a few places. And other things of that nature. Old Spawn. Who knows? AI will destroy 2B2T soon? I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not going to say AI is perfect and it doesn't have the capacity to destroy. Just that I doubt AI destroying 2B2T is like high on the list. Because I don't see 2B2T being very high on the list of things AI will damage. Alright, I'm just going to put some glowstone out here so as to cock block all these skeletons. Oh wow, I love when they walk around and they just throw themselves off. Like, I don't gotta do nothing. Oh, you fucker. Should have known. Let's get a block with which to repair. Sorry, sir, you have been evicted. Okay. Bam. Now I'm copying him. It can be done in one night. ChatGPT already recognizes what is a picture and can generate a prompt from that. Ooh, good point. Ton of footage from Luke to the Bun and others from small 2010 bases which could be seen and then recreated by hand. Yeah, I'm actually surprised nobody's bothered to recreate some of these places by hand. Whoa. The fuck? Getting all laggy when I'm trying to place blocks. There we go. There we are. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, that's off kilter. One, two, three, four. Oh. 3 on that side, 4 on this side. What did I do? 5 on that side, 5, 3, 2, 5, 3, 2, okay. That edge to... Oh! Something is not right. I have screwed up. I think. So we got 3, 3, 3, 3, and then 3. 3, 3, 3. Ah, so this side's 1 block too long. Okay. Base is Aztec themed, so I got a ton of mega temples, but I might take an area for old 2010 base to recreate. Okay. Yeah, I saw a really, really awesome pyramid in the build tab, or the build segment. I still don't know what to call them. The build section in my Discord. Really, really awesome. Just ideas people give, you know. Like, these are really good ideas, actually. Ever since I was little, there was this old Super Nintendo game that I had never beaten, and it was actually quite difficult, and I'm surprised. I finally beat it last year for the very first time. I just emulated it, decided I'd just kick its ass. And so that's what I did, and I just played it for like 48 hours non-stop almost. Like, you know, taking some breaks here and there, but like I just went at it. And I fucking owned that game. It was actually kind of not bad. And I distinctly remember getting to the end of an area where I could get to as a kid. And again, I never beat this game as a kid. It was Stargate. The old game Stargate on the Super Nintendo. And I got into a temple section that I'd never gotten into as a kid. But I always saw pictures of it. And it was inside of Ra's temple. Ra being the main bad guy in the movie Stargate. Because, of course, every movie back in those days had to have a game, you know, tie-in of some kind. And so I saw video or pictures of this, and then years later I would see video of it. And I was like, oh, wow, Ra's temple looks so cool. But I didn't really know what to do with these feelings. And then obviously Minecraft came out. And then I became a Minecraft addict, and I never really like thought too hard about it until... sometime last year. I forget what the impetus was for it. And I just was like, yeah, I want to build a giant pyramid. Somehow, some way. I mean, like, also, I know what it was. It was Deadpool's pyramid. I completely forgot. When Deadpool was like, Jack, you need to tour my giant fuck-off pyramid. And I was like, you're right, I do need to tour that. And so that's when I started like regularly touring it every month. And I was like, yeah, this place is amazing. I want to do something of my own. But I could never like figure out what to do with it. I think I might be doing some pyramid stuff. Possibly even at this base. I don't know yet. Damn it. Trying to make this round. Good enough. There we go. And so, yeah, there is this really, really cool pyramid level in that Stargate game that I got to see. It's like a giant techno pyramid. It's really fucky, but it's cool. And so I got to like basically do stuff that I never got to do as a kid. And I just decided, yeah, this is going to be an element of a base somewhere at some point. Don't know when, don't know where, but I'm definitely doing this for a base. Still not 100% certain. Just because, like, ideas like that are not easy to come by. What game? It was Stargate on the SNES. Stargate was shockingly difficult. But then in those days they made, because there was a booming video game rental market, if they made their game too easy or they had a password system, then players never ever had to buy the game. All they would do is go to a Blockbuster or where have you, rent the game, and then play it a weekend or two. And they would beat the game without ever spending enough money to recoup the loss on the build or on the making of the game. And so a lot of these companies realized that, and they got really vindictive with the difficulty curves a lot of these games ended up having. And so they made it to where you couldn't just beat it in a weekend or what have you. They made it to where you would have to like, or well, they would encourage you rather to buy the game, buy the system, all that. Go from there. And it's just like, yeah, I feel it. I noticed a huge difficulty wall in that game, even as a kid. And going back and replaying Stargate, it made me realize, yeah, they didn't want you owning this. They wanted you to own this so that you could beat it. Because otherwise, this game is a bitch. And, like, they didn't want you renting this. That's what I meant. They were well aware of what they were doing. The Japanese apparently passed a law about that same time. And this law basically forbade all types of video game rental. And I think it was just video game rentals. And that's precisely why they were the owner, or not the owners, but the video game markets were getting really upset because, the developers of various games weren't recouping their losses and, all that. So it just kind of got to the point where people had to buy a game. Even now they kind of frown on something like video game rentals. They never had that. Weird. Whoops. It's so strange to think that a huge element of my childhood, which was renting video games from Blockbuster every few months, and just being able to get away with not having to buy or more than just the console and then maybe one or two games. Like, that was a huge deal. Of course, nowadays on the internet, none of that shit matters. Oh wow, 210 ping. No wonder I'm getting some freaky lag. Woo! But yeah, It is what it is. Played a lot of SNES, but never that game. It's not a great game, but it's not a terrible game either. It might be worth looking into, honestly, if you're just sort of interested in old-ass video games. Just 'cause, you know, you might be. Old-ass video games that have no relation to the modern era. Game's not even that great, but it's just something about, like, it's nostalgia. And also, like, that, I have that never give up spirit to a degree. I get very, I don't know, I don't want to say autistic, but I get very determined. I was not like that as a kid. That's why I couldn't beat Star Trek, or I almost said Star Trek. That's why I couldn't beat Stargate. I was not like that as a kid. Oh shit, that's right. There was supposed to be an outlet that flowed into this room. Yeah, the water is supposed to come down. Comes through there, and then it floods this moat area. Perfect. I completely forgot about that. Hi, glad to see the new base. Welcome. Yes, I'm glad to have the new base too, Grindlord. Strong thanks to all the people linked in the description. Or a hearty thank you to all the people linked in the description. There we go. Yeah. And then the water... No, I'm going to have this one be flush with the wall. And then the water comes in that way. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, it's perfect. Now I've just got to give enough flooring to make it work. Oh, and I've also got to install some blocks under it so the water will flow. For whatever reason, waterlogged slabs do not flow into one another and produce water sources if they don't have a block under them. I hate that. Such a silly rule. The way it works with the digital keys and licensing now, you technically are renting in the case. Yeah, but like, that's all you're doing is you're renting with a license for a set amount of time. That would be the lifespan of the console or the device. And then you're shit out of luck. Whereas I still have that cartridge, even though I sold off the rest of my SNES crap years, like 20 years ago, 24 almost years ago. I used all that to buy N64 crap. But I still got the N64, and I still got a GameCube, and I can go play all that stuff right now because I own it, and I own it. Like, all of that stuff is permanently mine. Hopefully it still functions, but I haven't touched it in years. And there is just a difference, you know? Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Torches fell off. But yeah, you really don't own anything these days, I know. I don't know how you do it, Jack. For me, it's so hard to build floating stuff. The key is to have a strong geometric mind. Come on, fly. Brush a happy ghast. I don't have that. There are no happy ghasts. What is a happy? And why is it so gassed? Speaking of autistic, what inspired the name Sky Temple of Autism? Okay. This is funny because it's like old 2B2T bullshit. So back in the day, for a lot of 4chan related stuff, because, you know, a lot of Minecraft kind of began with 4chan related, you know, things. Notch originally posted on 4chan, stuff of that nature. Back in the day, and I don't really know what it was that, like, started this. I guess it's just the natural rise of autism rates over the years, because, you know, the rates of autism have just gone through the fucking roof for some reason. More and more and more people seem to be neurodivergent these days. And so we started to really notice that phenomenon about the time Minecraft came out. Unironically, we did. I think that's more serendipity and not a, you know, it's not a conspiracy. This just kind of happened. You know, sometimes things happen and they overlap one another. And so a lot of young kids who are probably, you know, Zoomers now, probably in their 20s and so on, they began getting into Minecraft really, really badly. And with this, we also saw the rise of the YouTuber and the Let's Player. And a lot of young kids, being impressionable and all that, they wanted to imitate their idols, the people they idolized. So a lot of kids would do tutorials, but they would be really scattered all over the place, not coherent, no rehearsing, no scripts, none of that, right? Nothing that would make a high quality video, no good mics. They're ADHD children, basically. And so on 4chan, at about this time, because there were just an unimaginable inundation of tutorial videos, how to do such and such, tutorial on surviving your first night, garbage like that would flood YouTube. People would just sort of, on 4chan and in other places, especially 2B2T, people would just label that as autistic. And so somehow it became synonymous with the game. Doing anything, and it got really, really taken out of control, or taken out of context, I mean. And eventually it got to the point where you did anything that took effort. Man, that's so autistic. Man, oh god, this is such an autistic base. That was a descriptor. That was a way. At first I thought it was like a way to insult a base, because obviously if you took time to make anything, you know, it showed, right? Your efforts were obvious. You know, you obviously stuck time and effort out to make the thing you're making. And so people began to label anything, especially on 2B2T, anything that is like anywhere near decent, you know? That's not just a shit shack in the middle of nowhere. Like, anything even remotely good was labeled autistic. It just was. And so at a certain point, I'm building my base and I'm like, yeah, my base is, and I'd already had people join me for this base. And the first guy who gets there, his name is Exalted Spartans. And he joins me at the lands. I don't even think the base was named at this time. And he's like, Jack, you put so much effort into this. This is all so very autistic. I love it. And I'm like, oh, so that's good now. Okay. Well, then I'll wear it as a badge of honor. And so I'm like, all right, yeah. My base is very autistic. You know, and you know what? I'm inspired by the Mindcrack group to build this big floating temple. All right, and I start doing that. We had just had a big dupe in May of 2013. And so I'm like, yeah, I've got all the items. You know, I can build this big ass base. I want to build something cool. And I start really like experimenting. And I'm loving what I'm putting up. And so then I just decide to label it the Sky Temple, because it was a temple in the sky, of autism. Because it took me a long time to make, and I put a lot of effort into it. And so that's how the name was born. So there you go. There's your little There's your little history lesson. All of that is 100% true, as far as I can ascertain. Are there any groups who don't leak their location or grief others? I'm sure. Still have a nest that you got an 87 without 40 to 50 games. Damn, dude. Need new controllers, but everything else will still work. Wow. Media game preservation is very big. Yes, it is now. It didn't used to be back in the day. I kicked myself about 4 years later after I sold all my SNES equipment. I kicked myself for not having kept that. I should have. I was an idiot. I was young and foolish. I saw money and I was like, yeah, give me money. Because the Nintendo 64 was hotter and newer and cooler, and to be fair, it did have a lot of great games on it, so it wasn't a bad purchase. It was just a, hey, I'm giving up some really great SNES games for this. I did get my money's worth. I got way more than my money's worth. But it was still probably a bad idea. I don't know. I think it's less because people became more autistic and more people just found out that they are. Found a book from 24 from 2015. Did I know him? I believe 24 was a girl, and yes, I did kind of know her. I had a few dealings with 24 a long time ago. I'm shocked she signed a book. 24 was one of those unique accounts that got to have only 2 characters before they made it mandatory to have 3. I'd seen 24 around a few times. Didn't get to know her deeper than that. She was around until about 2018-ish. Never saw her after that. We did a bunch of map art trades. I was very pleased with that. So any endeavor that requires time and effort is autistic. Well, it was. That word has fallen out of favor now. Everybody's gotten all up their own ass about things these days. So describing something as autistic will only get you sideways glances and stares. And, well, hey, that's how it is. I don't personally care anymore, but, you know, it is what it is. I also disagree, Mr. Tree. I don't think it's entirely a people just began to find out they were autistic more often, like the diagnosis was made more readily. I genuinely think the rates of autism have legitimately spiked. I don't know that there's an easy way to prove that one way or the other. That's just a gut feeling. And it can be wrong. Like, I open myself to being incorrect on this matter. I just don't feel like the rates of autism are lower now than they used to be. I think they're higher now than they've used to be. But again, I have no way to know for sure one way or the other. I can be wrong. Either way. Why don't some people sign books? I've never really found a reason to do books past my journals. Also, I've got an ender chest with a box full of books in them. And those books really just take up space. I can't do anything with them. I don't dare circulate them because they're precious, at least to me. And so my options are kind of slim. Wait a minute. 3 on that side, 3 on this side. Oh well, what can you do? First world problems. I only do books if there's a reason for it, like a trader. Yeah, I do it for trading reasons now. But, yeah, like... Oh, shit. Let's put a light source there for a sec. Ah, there we go. Got me some stars. Okay, and then this will go back this way. There we go. One bridge. It's fine. So I'll flood all of this. Should I make a door going off that way, or maybe a staircase? I did have a little passageway over here, so I think I'll preserve that. But I may not have it be... a standard passageway. It may only be a window. Like, you can look into this room from the passageway beyond. Actually, I might have... So 1, 2, 3. I might have the elevator start over here. Yeah, I think that works. Autism's probably too broad of a category, to be honest. Some autistic people function basically completely ordinary. Others can't live on their own. Yeah, that's also another thing. It's not just one thing. It isn't just one condition. And I get that. But at the same time, we really only have the one word to act as a sort of catch-all, you know, an umbrella term. And like it or hate it, you know, it's really the only word we can use that doesn't sound like it's a pretentious, up its own ass invention. That's why I don't like the word neurodivergent. It sounds incredibly pretentious. Makes you sound like you're special, which in a lot of ways is counterproductive to the plight of those who are neurodivergent, or who do have autism, I should say. Oh my god, Elmo, what the hell? What the hell, Mo? Oh, Poncho. Oh, thank you so much, man. Wow, okay, wow, I'm reeling. Are you like... Are you okay, Elmo? It's okay to say, like, I'm in danger. Like, blink twice if you're okay. Elmo, wow, I know, right? Holy hell, dude. I can like that. Neat. Okay, I should catch up on chat for a sec. Are there any dupes? I have no idea. Watching you build is too good to chill out to. Thank you. Missed out what happened to the old base. The old base was griefed, and then we rebuilt it. And now it is no longer griffed. Okay, very creative, thank you. Beats Asperger's, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's... Asperger's is the result of the psychologist or psychiatrist. I forget which one he was. That was his name. And good God, what an unfortunate name. But, I mean, I believe he was German. So, or Austrian, or maybe even Swiss. I don't know. So, like, it's not like it matters. But, yeah, damn. Anyway, holy shit, Elmo. Holy hell. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know what to say, dude. I am flabbergasted. I've not forgotten you, Poncho. Just give me a minute. I'm reeling. Mentally. What the hell, Mo? I know, right? Oh, man. Okay, I thought this was new member, but no, it's a late reward. YouTube didn't show up for you till now. Okay, well, thank you for renewing your membership, Poncho. I do greatly appreciate that. And for the record, no, I'm not banning all the Mexicans from the chat, so you can just accept that, I guess. Did I ever have a trailless base? Once, but it got found by NOCOM, and that kind of killed that, didn't it? Also, I'm pretty sure there are no trailless bases anymore, because everything that could be found from those times has likely been found. Hard to know for sure, but wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Ah, my feet. Okay, wow. Jesus, dude. Welcome back, S-Man. I said there's a red super reveal name first. Yeah, you said if there's a red super, I'd reveal the name of my first ever base. Oh, shit, did I? Fuck. Now you're putting me on the spot. All right. I guess. All right, the name of my first base was the Humble Fishcock Simulator. It was taken from a random sign that I found at a farm at spawn, and I laughed my ass off for a week straight at the name, and I was like, I'm calling my base that. And so I did. And sadly, the Humble Fishcock Simulator base was completely wiped off the map by Housemaster in the year of our Lord, 2012. Poor thing didn't last but maybe 3 months in total. April to June, July, I don't really know when he undid the end dimension, but yeah, something like that. And so yeah, that was the name of my first base. I did say I would reveal, didn't I, Cool Beans? I remember making that promise, sadly. I don't normally remember stuff, but when I do, ugh. But seriously, Elmo, holy shit. Big W, yes. Wow, I don't know what to say, Elmo. Just testing out trying to build some of these 2010 bases. The hard part is making stuff out in the 120p quality. I know, right? What was the base without a trail called? We just called it New Digs because it was our new digs after we were found through Pearl exploiting. And unfortunately, it didn't last very long. It was just a temporary home for a stash that Alpha and I had made. And like I said, it got found by NoCom, and that was it. We made it using the Nether Flight Trail stuff, when you could fly a boat into unloaded chunks in, well, anywhere, really. But we did it in the Nether, because duh. And the rest is history. And unfortunately, it's all gone. Ooh. Put that there. Could be a few trailless spaces. I remember looking at the Electrify hack in 2017 would go so fast it wouldn't load chunks. Yeah, that's also possible. But I imagine any of those bases would have been found through a plethora of other means. I don't believe that they'd be like totally untouched. You know what I mean? Like that just feels too good to be true. Maybe I'm wrong, but again, some things just feel too good to be true. They probably are. I'm just gonna leave these little stumps in the water. I kind of want to use blue fire in here because the blue fire would complement the lapis and the blackstone. Chat, do I drop another? Oh man, are you okay, Elmo? This is fine, right? I mean, I guess it is, but still. I don't believe myself to be worthy of something like that. Jeez, dude. Elmo is fine, okay. I guess I have no choice but to believe. Well, at any rate, that was crazy. Okay, I was gonna have this be... Gonna buy the gorilla couch, okay. Well, have fun. I gotta wonder, is there... Is it only that one style you showed me, or are there other gorilla couches? I liked the first gorilla couch. It was really neat. But the AI-generated gorilla couch seemed cooler. I don't know why, it just did. Empty box. Meat, empty chest. Should I use brick or not? Yeah, I don't know, man. If you're gonna buy that couch, I wouldn't be sending red super chats to people. And it's just me. You know, maybe I'm silly. The stream is awesome. How come I only stream 2 hours at a time? Because that's all I can go for, man. My stamina is... I'm more of an introvert than I'd like to be. And my stamina just runs out. My people battery is not super large. Oh, wait. No, this is in a corner I don't want it to be in. Also, a 2-hour stream is far more like... You would be more willing to watch a 2-hour stream, or at least thumb through a 2-hour stream, than a 5-hour stream or a 6-hour stream, as some people do. Some people stream absurd. Or wait, no, it's got to be on this Y level. And you know, other people have stamina and endurance, and I don't. And I don't have that. I have come to accept that. Oh shit. Crippers. Goodbye. What if you logged off in a trailless chunk and didn't build anything post NoCom? Or until post NoCom? I mean, yeah, you could totally have a base then. But I doubt that's the case. Simply because that's an unprecedented amount of effort for that level of restraint in an era where we didn't know we had to exercise caution. Like, you're coming at that from the perspective of someone who has, like, advanced knowledge that NoCom is happening. And if you did, you know, more power to you, I guess. But the majority of people would not have known to do something like that. And I guess you could have gotten out there, made a trailless base of some kind, and then had to log off, or you quit, or you whatever. And then one day you remember 2B, and you're like, oh yeah, I had a base there. Oh, I wonder how it's doing. That could totally be something. But I would not bet on something like that happening. Very, very unlikely. Not impossible, but very unlikely. I do mind a 5-hour stream. I know, but I have it in me to go those long stream. I just never have. Sorry. I don't mean to, like, abandon you guys, if that's how you feel. But, at the end of the day, you know, I would be a vegetable at the end of that. Okay, I left the water buckets upstairs. Come on. Fuck. Where'd I put them? Lapis. Oh, I must have put it in here. No? Ah. Oh, that's right. I got a clock on the wall. I should... Does that mean it's becoming day? I think it does. Oh well, whatever. I can't sleep, so that's fine. Ow. I gotta be careful when I leave and go outside. If I do anything for a prolonged period of time, I've gotta sleep. I've just gotta get into that habit. Because if not, the night terrors will demonize me. Everybody has found out firsthand how terrorizing they are. I sincerely hope they do get to implement whatever fix it was they wanted to get for the Phantoms. Like, even if it just takes a week or two, or a month or two even. Like, I hope they can do it. Whatever it was they were going to make those things into. I want to see them spawn in the end as like an ambient mob. You watch for a long time? No, it's cool? Okay. Well, that's fine. No, Dad, don't leave. Don't leave me. It's okay, son. I'm merely going to the store to buy some milk. Some cigarette-flavored milk. It's okay. I'll return tomorrow at the same time in the same place. And you can have your cigarette-flavored milk, and all will be right with the world. And I can tell you how proud that I am of you. Because anyone who drinks cigarette-flavored milk, I mean, good God. I can stream for 8 hours a day if you get paid. Okay, cool. That's neat. I'm glad you're able to do that, but I'm not. So. Okay. I want to say I've waterlogged the whole area. Okay. Want to start streaming and just find it hard to keep up with? That's fine. It isn't for the faint of heart. There's a lot of competition. Streaming's pretty cutthroat nowadays. That's why I try to not take it seriously. Because people get too up their own ass about it, you know? And I get why. But I just don't find that streaming's meant to be that way. Oh, wait, shit. I don't remember. I remember how I had it now. Okay. Polished blackstone, go there. And then there was a light source up there. I love how Skulk looks. I've been very red-pilled on Skulk. Jack, do you think there will ever be a public dupe again? I'm sure. I don't know when, but I'm sure there will be. You just have to have faith. Probably. But don't quote me as to, you know, when. Not the person to ask for that. I've only ever, in all of my years, discovered exactly one dupe. And it was entirely by accident. This is fun, though. God, those were some fun days. 2014. Boring year, but it started with a bang. Damn shame it didn't keep that way. I forget what was going on in 2014 apart from, like, work-related drama. It wasn't even really drama. It was just work-related circumstances. I remember there were a lot of, like, protests in 2014, and it was a depressing time. And then for some reason, 2B2T was just not as fun. It wasn't like quit the server levels. It was just not... I don't know, it just was not what I was hoping it would be. How far should you make an in base on 2B? Good luck. I don't know. There will be a bajillion hunters who are willing to go out of their way to find you. And they will probably succeed. There are a ton of protests now. Yeah, exactly. It's almost like times of... the more things change, the more they stay the same. Small problem, I cannot connect stairs together, so it's going to be completely accurate. Why can you not connect stairs together? How do you not... Do you not know how? What's the problem, Set? Okay. Not connected stairs. Oh, yeah! I get what you mean now. Holy shit. I'm thick as hell. How could I have not remembered that? Yeah, that was not a thing. Yeah. If you make anything out of stairs, nowadays, you run the risk of them connecting because that's just how they function. But back in the day, motherfuckers could make stairs that go in odd directions because they didn't connect innately. Stairs just didn't work that way at that time. But now they do. People could absolutely make... Well, no, honestly, we can make better stuff today then. Whoa, when the hell was that not there? Weird. Fucking ghost bridge. Okay, that'll go on off somewhere. I don't know where yet. Ah, shit. There we go. Yeah, in the old versions, stairs didn't connect. I completely forgot about that, man. Makes perfect sense. Whoa. I remember seeing the stair connection effect for the very first time and going, how have we not had that before now? Why was that not a thing sooner? Uh-oh. Can't scoot out. And yeah, it wasn't a thing sooner. And I was just flabbergasted. Why did it take so long? Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, we're spawning mobs. Fuck. Come on, jump up. Jump up on the Hydra's back. Are the protests just another George Floyd situation? It seems something entirely different. and yet ironically the same. With George Floyd, that was outrage over a man's death, which is understandable. But this is more nebulous. The protesters don't fully know what they want. But then again, the Floyd riots were also equally aimless. They didn't really know what they wanted. And that's the problem when you have a mob. They won't know what they want, and thus they won't get anything accomplished apart from destruction. And all we've really done is just see that happen in real time. And yeah, that's unfortunate, but I don't know what to tell you there. It won't end, not until people are either under martial law, which won't be good, or you will see some kind of like power play. I don't know what that looks like. I genuinely don't know. It seems like it's just senseless destruction. That's the other thing. The protesters are not engendering people to their side. People are not on the protesters' sides overall. There's just sort of an uncertainty to the whole thing. And well, when you're looting and destroying for no real good reason other than, hey, the people who are illegally in your country and are being deported, because that's just the law, you know, you don't have the right to pitch a fit over that. If you don't like the law, you have to change the law, but there's a way to, there's a mechanism for that. You change the laws through your representatives. That's why we elect representatives. So at a certain point, you know, you have no one to blame but yourself or your representative. Depends. But one of those two are culpable if things do not go the way you want them to. And that's understandable. Things don't always go the way we want them to. But at the same time, that doesn't give anyone carte blanche to burn down civilization. So it's a pick one. Are you gonna let things go, or are you gonna, you know, get upset? Wait. Shit, I need to be in line with that lapis there. Oh well. Seems like a reason to destroy and loot. Yes, it is. So far, it has been treated as a reason to loot and plunder. No different from the pirates or the Huns, assorted other barbarians like... Ow. Oh, come on, that should have killed you. Stupid fucking witch. Huzzah! Oh noes, I could actually pop a totem here. Damn, poison's annoying. Like, holy shit. Okay, I do fully intend to do more with this. Whoa. With this room. There's more detail I need to give it. Oh, what the shit? What the shit? What's happening? Oh god. I heard a creeper. Where did he go? Hello, X Panda Hangover X. I can kind of bypass an areas using slabs. It looks similar footage. Okay. Well, hey, don't worry too much about it. Do whatever you can. That's the problem with a historical recreation. You're not going to ever, like, get super close. Actually, funny enough, that reminds me of this really cool video series that I need to go back and see if the guy has updated it further. It's actually really awesome. It's archaeology and Minecraft. And his name is Daskalos. And the guy is actually an archaeologist. And he's unearthed all the weird, you know, world gen archaeological, because archaeology was put into Minecraft. And so he had his field day with that. And so he examined a trail ruin, tried to sort of recreate the lives using actual archaeology and the techniques therein and things of that nature. He did it with an ancient city. He both tried to figure it out, what it was, why it was there, what it was for, and also restored it to its original look. And so he just sort of went through, you know, the workings of how an actual restoration would go, why certain things are done the way they're done, the techniques that archaeologists employ for actual digs and so on. It was really cool stuff. And it just kind of feels sad that, you know, how much money to see the entire Minecraft movie without quitting? Ooh. Fuck. I guess we would have to watch it in Discord or something just to prove that, huh? Red Super Chat, Poncho. Do what Elmo did. Put your mouth where your money is. But it can't be Elmo. It has to be you. He'll never go for that. I mean, all these protests while white people do not, they're not impacted by the issue. But see, some of them think they will be. That's another thing. They've been lied to and they think they can be abducted and taken away and all this. There are enough people out there who genuinely believe they are in danger. Some of them are paid. That's the other thing. There are paid protesters. Hard to know who is who and who's doing what and why. But there are most certainly paid actors involved. But where it goes from there, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Let history unfold before our eyes. But anyway, yeah, the Minecraft archaeology. Shockingly detailed and kind of done right. That's where I learned that sherds, you know, the pottery shards, are actually called sherds, and that was a real archaeological term, which I obviously assume they had a consultant of some kind tell them about all this junk. Stuff like that. Is it Logia or Ormonger that wasn't lagging 2B2T actually? Is it logical, you mean? Is it logical that Ormonger wasn't actually lagging 2B2T? I don't know, man. I have no way to verify that one way or the other. My room lights are flashing brighter than normal. $19 in Mexican pesos, at least I think. Poncho, I don't actually want you to like give me the equivalent of that, whatever it is in pesos versus, like, I set it arbitrarily high, hoping you couldn't and wouldn't try to hit that goal. Like, I don't want you to. You understand that, right? Is it red? No, it's blue. Blue is in the $5 to $10 range, I believe. Ah, fuck. Stupid invisible floors. Oh shit, all of that is a ghost. Spooky ghosts building in my build. How dare they? Motherfucker, I just placed those slabs. What is happening? Shot by a cop with a beanbag gun. One of my favorite Minecraft series back in the day was Farlands or Bust. Oh, wow. I think that's still going on. Like, I'm pretty sure that guy is still walking to the Farlands. Kurt J. Mac, that was his name. That's what you said on the Digcast. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty logical, but I don't know for sure. Oh, son of a bitch. What the fuck? Where are all of these ghosts putting my blocks? Okay, I think I have the problem fixed. Are you going to make the interior different? Yeah. I'm not, like, entirely differentiating, or, well, rather, I'm not entirely breaking away from what I had planned. But, I am just kind of, sort of, doing things slightly differently. My plans and ideas are more or less the same. Red Super Chat is cheaper in pesos. It costs you $50, not $100. Okay. Whatever. But you still won't do it. It's a red arrow sticker and I'm colorblind. Aw. That's okay. Well, when you learn how to see color, come back and do your thing. You can buy those weird, odd glasses that, like, let you see color or whatever. I don't know, I've only seen them in, like, YouTube videos. Got into TV of the Dig videos? Oh, okay. Whatever happened to him? His channel got terminated, I believe. Maybe not his side, but certainly his main channel. I think he gave up due to just not wanting to put up with 2B2T stuff. I couldn't tell you his exact reasons, but, you know. Server so laggy it turned into Bedrock Edition. Imagine the entire base is made out of ghost blocks and you see it being unbuilt like the time-lapse, but in reverse. I would be very shocked if such a thing like that could happen. I would also be very pissed because I put a lot of effort into this. Ghost blocking everything into oblivion would be really annoying. Ah, son of a bitch. Remember the Logan Paul colorblind video? I don't fully know what you're referring to now. I just know Logan Paul was a grifter. Yeah, the interior is big enough to house a trial chamber. You're not wrong. And in a weird sort of way, you're going to have something of a trial chamber to deal with in here. I'm talking escape the jack rooms, baby. Okay, let me block up. all of this. Post some of the base in the build inspiration section. Okay. He started crying? Oh, wow. Full waterworks, yeah. Damn. How disgraceful. He used Big Baby, as the heavy from TF2 would say. I don't trust anything Logan Paul says or does. I don't know that anyone does anymore at this point. Should I play Resident Evil 4 or focus on Final Fantasy 7? Ooh. Is it OG 7 or the remake? Remake is okay from what I've seen. But the OG is just, you know, it's too good to pass up. OG physical for both. Hell yes. Do OG Final Fantasy 7. It's a bit of a mess, but it's a fun mess. You would enjoy it. Ow, my nose. Cut up some stairs. Oh, holy crap. That shot me out like a bullet. Okay. Look around all this. I want a 5x5 hole with some stairs flanking the edges here. Perfect. Put some corners there. There. Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson. Yeah, that's because Mike Tyson's ancient as hell, and well, I hate to say this, but a man 40 years his junior? Is it that big of a gap? Like, holy fuck. Yeah, that's not a surprise. It sucked. I wanted Jake Paul to lose, but Jake is just too young, way more in shape, and obviously way more, you know, fit for boxing at this point. Just is what it is. Like, yeah, Mike Tyson didn't do very well because how could he? You're not going to do very well when you're in your 70s. Like, just get used to that idea. There we go. I'll have a little area looking down on you from up there. I think that's going to be nice. People often overlook their own mortality in a way that they genuinely, like... A lot of people were shocked that Jake Paul won. I was disappointed. I was hoping Mike still had some sort of special sauce or kick in him, even though I knew that that was realistically not going to happen. I was hoping beyond hope that Mike Tyson could pull it off one last time. But that's the way the cookie crumbles because, you know, when a younger man comes along and tries to beat you up and you're in your 70s, yeah, that's going to happen. It's a damn shame, but what can you do? Mike is not a spring chicken. I wouldn't be shocked if Mike Tyson passes away in the next 5 years anyway. Kind of life he's led. Even I could have beaten him. Yeah, that's a possibility. Wow. I'd never actually thought of that because I don't like box or whatever, but yeah, unironically, I could probably beat Mike Tyson. Which is sad because fuck, man. I'm not like a violent person. So like I don't think about that, but yeah. Shit. It is tough to consider, but that's life. Old Mike's body couldn't keep up with his skill. Yeah, exactly. I have no doubt that if he were 30 to 40 years younger and more in line with Jake Paul's age, Jake Paul would not have lived that night. Well, no, he would have lived. You can't kill people in the ring. But remember, Mike Tyson bit off a guy's ear. I'm just saying. Man, motherfucker's crazy. Have any of you guys watched a fucking amazing Adult Swim cartoon from years and years and years ago? I got into it during COVID. It was hilarious. It's called Mike Tyson Mysteries. Easily one, and it had Norm Macdonald in it. Easily one of the fucking craziest, like, and Mike Tyson starred in it for some reason. Norm Macdonald played a foul-mouthed pigeon. A literal pigeon, by the way. And it just, like, damn, it was a mess. It was a beautiful, beautiful mess. I hope we get more shows like that. Doubtful, but I don't know. Okay, so I gotta extend that down. Oh, well, fuck. And yeah, that was like the first time I realized Mike Tyson had a comedy career. Because, like, I knew he had a podcast. I knew he was doing, not really boxing, but like pseudo-acting. You know, everybody who's a washed-up athlete becomes an actor. Have you noticed that? It happened to The Rock. Happened to Mike Tyson. Like, anyone who is athletic in any way who is no longer able to be athletic because, well, yeah, of course not. They all become actors. Damn it. Ghost blocks. Spoopy ghosts. Nope. That is not actually there. Damn it. But yeah, Mike Tyson Mysteries was so funny. Easily one of the silliest fucking acid trip type shows. Or not acid trip, stoner humor type shows out there. The game was rigged. I don't know that it was rigged. I think there was just the genuine disposition of Mike Tyson. Like, in a lot of ways, it's bold of you to assume Jake Paul needed for it to be rigged. Again, the man is like not even 30, and Mike Tyson's in his 70s? Fuck. That block is not actually there. There we go. Yeah, I want that recessed look. Actually, since you can't even see up that high, I'm just going to get rid of this top layer of skulk. I'll keep it for elsewhere in the build. Norm was hilarious. Oh my god, Norm made that show. Mike Tyson was fun because he played himself but stupid. But Norm, oh my lord, every word that came out of that man's mouth during that show was a riot. It just, I could not believe the shit they let them put on air. Like, Norm was a monster. Not really, he was a good man, but it's just funny to think of Norm as like this foul-mouthed pigeon who at the same time is like actually, I don't know. I don't even know what they were going for with this character. He was just wild. He had excellent character writing, excellent jokes. Wouldn't be shocked if Norm improvised literally everything. Okay, good. You can't see too far around there. Yeah, it was wild. Mike Tyson's mystery was funny as hell. Raunchy as hell, too, but that's what Adult Swim's always been good at. Oops. Okay, I also say Mike Tyson got paid a lot of money just so Jake Paul could say that he beat him. Yeah, probably. Jake Paul beating of an old man was not good luck. Was not a good look. Yeah, no, I mean, just is what it is, I guess. It did suck to think of it that way, because obviously Jake Paul was not on Mike Tyson's level back in the day, and it's really only age that has given Jake Paul the victory, not skill. And anyone with half a brain looking could see that. But Mike Tyson really wanted to get back in the ring one last time, apparently. So he was down. I want to put some hanging lights in here. Maybe get some ender rods, I don't know. Speaking of cartoons, what's my favorite Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Golden Age? Oh god, that is so hard to tell. Like, there's so many amazing things that came out in the Golden Age. Jesus. Probably absolute favorite of all time would have to be Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Because that was just such a fucking crazy, insane show. And yet it was the funniest show Adult Swim has ever produced. They've gotten close with some others, but Aqua Teen was just untouchable. Easily the funniest show ever in all of Cartoon Network history. Funniest show ever. Aqua Teen has never been dethroned. There was only like one or two other cartoons that came close. And I dare say they only came close because the creative team was involved with both. So, you know, Dave Willis and friends. So that would be Your Pretty Faces Going to Hell, Squidbillies, and did they do anything else? I think they had work on Space Ghost Coast to Coast. That was it. Yeah, they worked on Space Ghost Coast to Coast as well in the early days. Like, before Adult Swim was really Adult Swim, they helped make some Space Ghost Coast to Coast stuff happen. Ah, shit. I hate it when that happens. Okay, so I can still see that. If I bring it down 2 blocks, maybe not. Might have to be 3. Remember the bomb scare from the Boston Moonlight or Moonanite signs? Yes. That was epic. I distinctly remember hearing a rumor, I don't know how true this was, but it was interesting, where the then I think it was Warner or not Warner, who was it? It was Ted Turner, that was it. I think it was Turner himself who said, if you guys do anything or make an allusion to this, you talk about this thing ever again, we will shit can your show. And then they made a reference to it, and they got their show canned. Because apparently there was going to be some sort of a reference to it in the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie. And they were basically told during that they had to get rid of that because this was in the wake of, you know, all the terrorist stuff that had been going on, various bombings throughout the nation, etc. Yeah, they were like, no, you shouldn't ever make reference to this again, blah blah blah. They got hot around the collar for that. Funny as hell, but hey. Ah, damn it, you can still see it. Maybe if I put a stair and then a slab. There we go. Oh, another really great one that comes close to Aqua Teen, but isn't good enough, doesn't beat Aqua Teen, was Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. That was another amazing show. Didn't have the same creative team, was a completely different beast, and yet was so consistently funny throughout its entire run, and ended like perfectly. Aqua Teen never really ended, and that kind of hurts, but that's fine. Because Aqua Teen was never really about continuity or doing much of anything. And Harvey Birdman seemed to have a continuity of sorts, but just to lambast the idea of a continuity. I don't know. Birdman at Law, yeah, Birdman at Law was really good, Reg. Oh my god, I still want to rewatch all of Birdman. I could easily do it, I'm just lazy. C-Lab 2021 wasn't half bad, but I still find C-Lab to be inferior because it was earlier. They hadn't yet really refined what was going to make it good, and then they kind of got around to like learning and then making it good, the humor style, by about the time they were doing Aqua Teen. I don't know if the people doing C-Lab were the same as the people doing Aqua Teen. I just know that Aqua Teen set the bar very high, and it made a few shows that were capable of, rising to that level. And then there were a few shows that just weren't ever going to rise to that level, and that's just how it is. No, I gotta put this somewhere else. Okay, for now this will have to do, but I want to put some detailing on that the upper portions here. Maybe something with walls again. I don't know, I did walls last time, we'll see. Screw those jerks in Pod 6. I don't remember a whole lot about C-Lab, sadly. I never got to really watch a ton of it. I don't know, maybe I should go back and rewatch it as an adult. It might mean more. Might be more impactful. Polished blackstone walls, okay. Smiling Friends is really great? Yes. Smiling Friends has floored me with how good it is. I don't know if it could dethrone Aqua Teen, but it might. If any show has the potential, and I completely forgot about Smiling Friends, I feel bad. I shouldn't have forgotten it, but I did. If any show has the chance of dethroning Aqua Teen in terms of humor, Smiling Friends will be the one that does it. It depends. through that. I want to use candles. I don't have any, though. Gotta go make them. I did get a bunch of... Oh, I need rockets, too. I did get a bunch of wax from the silly fucking trial chambers, because apparently that's like a loot item sometimes. So I got a bunch of wax for just no reason. May as well make use of it. Yeah, right here. Here we go. Free candles. Free brain surgery. You know what? Fuck it. Bam. Okay, got a stack. Ooh, black candles would be really good, but I have the lapis to spare now, so I should be using blue. Because I did say that that would be overall better. Because it goes with the sort of theme. Yeah, 3rd season coming. Oh, I can't wait. It'll probably be next year. Grew up with the OG Teen Titans, Adventure Time, Samurai Jack. Those have to be yours. Okay. Secret Saturdays? Damn, I've forgotten about that show. That does vaguely ring a bell. Secret Saturdays. What else was great? Samurai Jack was amazing. I'm glad they finally gave that show, you know, years later. They gave that show a proper send-off. Whoops. Nope, can't sleep. It is not late enough, but it might be getting there. It's so weird to use a clock when I can just peek my head outside, note the sun, and then be like, oh, I should sleep. I shouldn't. I've been up too long, so I know I'm going to get dogged by phantoms when I go out. If I go travel anywhere. Oh, wow. Damn, that hurt. Another show you remember was Super Jail. Yes, I did see a little bit of Super Jail back in the day. Fuck, I didn't get more super fireworks. Yeah, Super Jail was like one of those shows that I wasn't sure if I wanted to watch it. And then I started getting recommended clips years later on YouTube. And I was like, oh my god, I should have watched this show back when it was airing. And now I'm kicking myself for not really doing that. But also, the whole show is on, you know, I believe it's Max. I believe Max is the one that has all the Adult Swim stuff. HBO Max. So there's like a reasonable way to go and see it all. I just haven't bothered. What's silly about Trial Chambers? You missed that stream? What do you mean? Oh, as in, yeah, the loot in Trial Chambers is silly, is what I meant. Because Trial Chambers gives you garbage, pretty much. Bread is an item you can win. Like, who the fuck wanted bread? Oh, wow. Wow, 1 stack of lapis ore produced almost that much. But yeah, I was just of the opinion that I shouldn't be getting garbage from trial chambers. But here we are. At least it was a decent source of wax for candles, because I did actually want candles. I just haven't bothered to, like... I mean, I could just farm, you know, bees. It wouldn't be that hard. I'm wondering if Dada will give me all my items or not. It's been almost a week since I messaged him. See if he's on. Doesn't appear to be. Jesus. Oh, wow. Nope, he's not on. First 2 seasons of Adventure Time were hilarious. Oh, I never watched Adventure Time. I was always too old for it. Didn't really tickle my fancy. I had heard good things about it, so I know Adventure Time is like a good show. I just haven't found a reason to care, you know? I didn't grow up with it, so it's much less enticing. There we go, blue candles. Regular show was great. Yeah, I heard good things about that one too. Oop, fast place, damn it. I want to put all 4 there. Let's put like 3. Also, where did I put? Oh, my flint and steel's upstairs. I always overshoot. Damn it. I gotta put a way to get up here easily without missing. Pyrospite. Yay, sleep. Amazing World of Gumball. Okay. I mean, again, probably a little too old for that show, but okay. Nickelodeon chose Fanboy and Chum Chum over Adventure Time. Wow. That's a mistake. I don't even care, and even I know it was a bad idea to do that. Well, hey. You live and learn. I want to try floating candles. Just because, like, I think a bajillion floating candles would be really cool. I don't know. You're trying to be philosophical, yeah. Wow, you really can't fucking place these on anything. That's annoying. Most cartoons today are silly slice of life shows. Yeah. You should definitely watch regular show. It's for more older teens. Okay. I mean, I've seen enough memes over the years that are like, hey, Mordecai this. Hey, so-and-so that. Like, I get the gist of what it's trying to be. It's not bad. I'm just not sure I care. To there. Ooh, yeah, I could have a spiral pattern of candles, like just spiraling up the side of that. Yeah, I think I might try that. Oh, there we go. Ow. Maybe it gets brighter as it goes up. Fuck, I can't. Can't reach. Oh, you can't put them on there without a block under them. Okay. Didn't realize that that's how that worked. Is this on 2B2T? Yes, Aqua. Aqui, or however you say your name. Each episode goes from mundane to pure chaos. Neat. Okay, I guess I'll just have to use my trident. There we go. Fuck. Did not intend for that to break. It's weird seeing a cluster of candles floating. Like one candle at a time is... yeah. But a cluster? I don't know. Maybe I should only do one at a time. Yeah, I think one at a time would look better. Yeah, whatever. I'll mess with this. And I'll keep on keeping on, guys. Not bad. We didn't make a whole hell of a lot of progress, but I got some of this room under a wrap. Kinda. This staircase will likely go off to a flat area. Like a singular shaft that'll go straight up. It'll be a redstone elevator. And it'll either hook you in here or it'll hook in here. I don't know which. I've got lots of giant open doorways that I want to do something with. It might also go off up here, and then it might take you down a few flights of stairs to this crossway. Now that I think about it, though, you were never in a position to see either of these armor stand holes. So maybe I'll make a secret crossways up here that bridges these two halves. I don't know. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do. It's getting late, however, for me. So you all have a great evening. I will catch you all later. Thank you so much for those of you who come out and watch me. Especially Elmo and Poncho Hamster for donating. I genuinely am stunned. Thank you all so much. I'll catch y'all tomorrow for Freeform Friday. We will be playing Liminal Core. Another liminal space game. And then very soon, I will be playing Half-Life Alyx. Woo. Though I can't reveal exactly when. There are some other things that are going to come up between then and now. But other than that, you'll have a great night. Catch y'all later. Goodbye.